Yep, and welcome back to another Flames of War version 4 battle report. I'm playing with Thomas again. We're doing 85 points from Fortress Europe again. So I'm playing Americans. I've got Company HQ. It's the guy with American flag on front and back. And then 3 platoons of Sherman 75mm, 3 T-70s, an armoured car platoon, and a support. I've got an armoured rifle platoon. Right, and this is the Germans. You want to go ahead and explain what you've got, Tom, for us today?
1 Stug HQ with 2 Stug 7.5cm, 1 10.5cm, 2 7.5cm and 1 10.5cm.
Yep.
And I've got another formation with the 2 SMG teams with a half track, 2 sets of 5 SMG teams, MG 34 teams with half tracks, and Panzerfaust teams.
Nice.
And we've got 4 howitzers, 10.5cm, and 2 Stukas.
2 Stokers, brilliant. We've rolled up as mission, and this is what we're doing. Cornered. I'm attacking as the USA and Germans are defending. Right, we're back after deployment. We've got 1 American objective here on road, and the second one there in the fields. He's deployed 1 infantry platoon and their half tracks guiding that objective. The second one there on the road, he's got 4 10.5cm guns.
Howitzers, yeah.
Yeah, watching the rear. And where's the HQ?
The issues there.
The HQ is down here, and the Stukas and all the tanks are in reserve.
Well, planes aren't.
Oh, sorry, the planes aren't. All the tanks are in reserve. And Americans, we've got armoured cars backed up by Shermans, a platoon of Shermans on the road, more Sherman tanks, T-30s, and the half tracks behind. All the men are actually in the tracks, they're just there to denote which half tracks they're actually in. Right, back after first American turn, we've basically dashed everything forward towards the objectives. The front 2 tanks in this platoon on the road fired shots down at the half track in the middle there, but was unsuccessful. And the T-30s that were pre-ranged in there had just 1 half track under it and managed to bail it. Back again after first German turn. We got no reserves and no aircraft in. The half track is still bailed out. You've had no movement at all, Tom, is that right?
No, yeah, no movement.
And these 4 howitzer guns ranged in, smack there in the middle of all them tanks, and killed one of the HQ tanks and bailed one of the other Shermans. Back again after American turn 2. Right, we've got a lot of burning half tracks. We've tried ranging in with the T-30s further in to the field to catch them infantry and didn't manage to range in. We then moved up all the tanks. We've got a whole bunch in this little town here. Move these guys up, and then these guys on the road also moved up. And we took a lot of shots at these half tracks. We've got 2 killed there, so he's on a last stand for that final one. And all 3 of them ones are dead. So productive turn for Americans. End of German turn 2. The lone half track failed his last stand and ran off. He managed to get some reserves in. Those 3 Stugs brought him in on that edge. They took some shots down here at these
2 Shermans here.
Took a couple of Shermans here and one of the half tracks there. Didn't manage to do all. The artillery ranged in there and didn't manage to hit all. And the Stukas, however, did manage to come in and do a bit of damage. We've got 1 destroyed tank here and 2 bailed out armoured cars. Back after American turn 3. This armoured car failed to remount and his teammates sprinted ahead without him. This Sherman platoon in the town tried to blitz and was unsuccessful. but still moved and took some shots at these Stugs and was unable to kill anything. The T-30s on the second attempt finally managed to range in on the infantry and killed one stand. And up here we had quite an eventful battle. I moved the Shermans up. We fired a whole bunch of machine gun shots into that infantry platoon that were here. Didn't manage to pin them, and then went in for the assault. Didn't hit anything in the assault. Thomas counter-attacked and managed to bail 2 tanks, so I only had 1 left in the assault. I counter-attacked, failed to kill anything again, but luckily Thomas failed to counter-attack and had to break off. Otherwise I would have had 2 very dead captured tanks. Back after German turn 3, we've got another platoon of reinforcements arrived, some Stugs, that moved up and fired into this Sherman unit, managing to kill 1 Sherman. So I've got 2 bailed out Shermans and 1 good Sherman. So unless we get back in, we're going to be taking a last stand test. The 10.5cm guns over there ranged in again successfully, right in the middle of all those tanks and half tracks, but didn't manage to. They hit a few, but we saved them all. And then the Stugs over there failed a blitz, moved up, took some shots into the Shermans, but didn't manage to kill anything. Back after American turn 4, we moved the Shermans up to get some side shots in the Stugs, and the ones on the side didn't actually hit. It were these 3 down here that managed to hit. 3 hits and killed all 3. Some terrible rolls from Thomas there, 4 saves. We killed another stand of infantry here on this objective with the T-30s. We managed to remount both these tanks in the Sherman platoon, and we moved another one up into firing range there to take shots at the Stugs and didn't hit anything. And we moved the armoured cars into the cornfield, took some machine gun shots at the infantry in the open, not dug in, got 4 hits and he saved all 4. End at German turn 4. The infantry on the objective are still pinned. The 10.5cm guns, 3 of them fired at the Shermans and managed to kill 1, and the 4th gun fired into these Shermans and missed. The Stugs returned fire on the Shermans and bailed 1, and the HQ Stug moved up and killed an armoured car in the cornfield. End of American turn 5. We've killed another stand of infantry with the T-30s, so they've only got 2 guys left. We blitzed those Sherman tanks to get better shots down here and killed 1 gun. We dismounted finally all the armoured rifle platoon and moved up into positions. We fired back at the Stugs with the Shermans, killing 1 and bailing 1. We fired a whole bunch of machine guns into here, not doing anything, but then the little Jeep mortar here managed to range in and hit all 5 targets, but he saved them all. End of German turn 5, failed to get planes in again. He ranged in his howitzers into this lot and bailed the HQ tank and pinned the armoured rifle platoon down. The Stugs, the HQ one moved up into the cornfield and the others returned fire and missed. End of American turn 6 and end of the game. We fired all his tanks, moved all his tanks up, fired at the infantry platoon on the objective, killed 1, but was leaving 1 guy left. We moved the infantry up for the assault, 2 bazookas and 2 rifle teams. Now I probably shouldn't have put them bazooka teams there because he was able to get defensive fire from the half track. Got 3 hits, but so luckily the assault still went through and managed to kill the final remaining team on the objective. Victory to the Americans. So that's game to the Americans then. So what do you think about that, Tom?
I like the mission.
Yeah?
First time playing mission, yeah.
What do you think your downfall was?
Unit size.
Unit
Yeah,
size?
I didn't have enough things on the board to defend with.
Yeah. I think that was problem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just had too much, just
Yeah.
too many tanks.
Stuggers didn't do enough for me either.
Just a swarm of tanks and men. You just didn't have enough firepower, really.
Yeah.
And then planes let you down. They only come in,
Coming
once?
Yeah.
The whole game, which is a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seemed quite a difficult mission for a defender, that.
A good one though, I liked it.
Yeah? Yeah, enjoyable, definitely. So, I guess we'll see you next time.